What's up, guys? We are back with some early NFL plays here over on Sleeper. Sleeper is one of the best player prop sites out there right now, in my opinion. It is actually personally my favorite. If you guys want to join, the link for it is down my description below. It's available in most states, and I think also most of Canada. And you guys can join right now with promo code DOMG. That can get you a first-time deposit match up to $100. But no MLB today on Friday, so let's go ahead and start covering NFL today. We had it yesterday, and on top of that, we'll also have it on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So a lot of NFL on the channel, so make sure you guys stick around and subscribe. But let's go ahead and hop in, start talking about my NFL plays for today, because I'm feeling pretty good. Found some very good splits in some of these plays as well. So let's go ahead and talk about those, man. Before we do, though, if you guys want to go check out the Dub Club, right now is one of the best times to do so. So over in the Dub Club here, if you don't know what Dub Club is, first off here, is that Dub Club is a messaging service that sends all of my plays to you. Every entry that I make will get sent to you via either Dub Club app, email, Telegram, or Discord. I post plays to over 1,700 subscribers I have, and then you can see the sports that I do. I have NBA, college basketball sometimes as well, NHL, MLB, NFL. On top of that, we also do it for 5 different player prop sites. That includes prizepicks, sleeper, chalkboard, parlay play, and underdog. So a bunch of different player prop sites out there that we have been posting to. And there's 2 different special offers, by the way, down my description below. And you can see right here that I'm reputable compared to some other people out there. You can see right there, there's some of my receipts there. People like to show off pickets where they can manipulate unit sizes and things like that. This is just straight up prize picks, net winnings. But there's 2 different special offers down my description below if you guys are interested in joining. The first one is going to be all access. There are only 14 spots remaining for this one. 14 spots remaining. This offer right here is 2 months of the price of one. You're only paying for 1 month, yet you're getting 2 months of my Dub Club. So good offer right there. If you guys want to check out the other one, it's just NFL player props. Only NFL, still every player prop site and everything like that. But this is the entire season wrapped into one. So 6 months worth, and it averaged out to less than $7 a month. So really good offers going on right now over in the Dub Club. NFL only or all access. Both links are down in my description below. But let's get to what you guys have been waiting for here. Let's go ahead and just start talking about some NFL player props today over on Sleeper. Let's hop in. Finally, before though that we hop in, go give me a follow on Twitter at DOMG Props. I post a lot over on Twitter as well. Sometimes some free plays. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and finally just play responsibly and at your own risk. So the first player prop that I'm going to cover here is going to be over in the Miami game here. We'll go with the Miami Dolphins here and the New York Giants, and we'll scroll down until we find Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle here, over 61.5 receiving yards. Dub Club was able to get him down at 59.5, so he was up to 62.5 one time, then got bumped back down to 61.5, but Dub Club was able to get him at 59.5, so really good value there. But let's talk a little bit why I like Jalen Waddle here. So he's over in 2 out of 3 games here. His only game that he went under was in a loss against the Buffalo Bills, which was last week. He was also coming off of an injury in that Buffalo Bills game, so he should be a little bit more healthier in this game than he was last game. So let's talk about though why I like this here. So let's go ahead and just pull this up real quick, and let's take a look at just how Jalen Waddle has really been this year. So you see right here, the 3 games he's played, he's at 78, 86, and 46 receiving yards, all on 4 catches with about 5 or 6 targets. So he's been pretty consistent at about getting about 4 catches, and he's just a huge average yards, yard per catch guy. He's just always kind of been that way. But you can just see how many times he's been over those receiving yards. But more specifically, let's narrow this down to when they are actually winning. So when the Dolphins win here, he's been over in every single game that the Dolphins win, except for the Jets game here, which was in the last week of the season last year. So otherwise, he's been over in every single game and also every game that they win this year. So he's just been absolutely dominant when the Miami Dolphins actually end up winning. Again, he's only been under this one time in the last, this season and last season. He's only been under this one time when the Dolphins do win. And if you take a look at the line in this game here, Miami here, if we scroll up, Miami is a minus 12.5. So they are definitely favored to blow out the New York Giants in this one. So they should hopefully not be losing this game. And I think it should just be overall a pretty good spot for Jalen Waddle. I like the matchup regardless too, even if it's, people are probably not going to love this one because it's going to be like a blowout and they're probably going to run the ball a lot. But I'm personally not super worried about it. I think Jalen Waddle can catch this one early. And when the first half lines comes out on prize picks, man, I'm going to put at least a unit on Jalen Waddle over his first half receiving yards. Those were already very good. And now on top of that, you got this good of a matchup. I'm absolutely loving it. But let's go to the wide receivers here. This is this season and how good the Giants have been. So they were allowing 145.7 yards per game to opposing wide receivers, which is right in the middle of the pack, really. It's not a crazy matchup this year. Take a look at last season and how good they were against opposing wide receivers. They are still right in the middle of the pack, allowing 152.3 receiving yards per game to opposing wide receivers. So it's a fine matchup. Not anything super crazy. I think Jalen Waddle should be able to catch this one. As long as it's not a complete blowout, where they end up pulling the starters early, I do think that this one should hopefully end up cashing. But I think it should be one that hopefully ends up cashing in the first half. And like I said, though, when that first half line comes out on prize picks, that'll be absolutely dominant. Jalen Waddle, I absolutely love that player prop. But now let's talk about player prop number 2. This one's going to be over in the Kansas City Chiefs game. So let's go over Kansas City and the Minnesota Vikings here. So I like Isaiah Pacheco over 56.5 rushing yards. I also like him at 57.5. I'll look him up to, probably about 57.5. So I'll be a little bit stingy with the line there. But this one's a little bit weird because it looks like such a great line that's a little bit suspicious almost. He's over in 3 of his last 3 games and 3 out of 4 games this year. So let's talk about this though and why I like Isaiah Pacheco here. So kind of following the same thing though, is that when the Chiefs win, he's been absolutely dominant. You can just see what he's done really this year. But take a look at how good he's been in games when he has 8+ rushing attempts and the Chiefs win. So you can see how good they are. He has really been. He's over in 12 out of 14 games when the Kansas City Chiefs win, and he has 8 or more rushing attempts. He should be able to have 8+ rushing attempts in this game. So he's just been very good when the Chiefs win and when he sees those rushing attempts. The only games he's been under was against San Francisco, who was a crazy tough matchup with only 8 attempts. The other time he went under was 9 attempts against Denver, who is also a tougher matchup. So, 9 attempts there and 8 attempts right there. He should have probably about 13 attempts in this game if I had to guess. But there's definitely some upside for him to get like 15 or 20 attempts. But I really like this matchup here against Minnesota. And also on top of that, by the way, if you don't think the Chiefs are going to win or something, but it's a 3.5 line here. It's -3.5 for the Chiefs. It's expected to be a pretty high scoring game. So I'm expecting Pacheco to get things going here. So I really do like Isaiah Pacheco as a player. And I think he should be able to hopefully catch this one. But take a look at the running back here. This is last season, by the way, and then we'll take a look at this season. But Minnesota, how good have they been against opposing running backs? They allowed 89.1 rushing yards per game last season, which is probably about 12th toughest right there. That was what the matchup was last year when it came to opposing running back rush yards. But Minnesota this year is definitely towards the top. They're allowing 101.7 rushing yards per game, which is top 10. So they have been a really nice matchup so far this year. Pacheco is great when the Kansas City Chiefs win. And on top of that, they are -3.5 here. So I like Pacheco a lot in this game. I think he should hopefully end up cashing this one as well. So those player props I'm really liking. Again, to kind of recap here before we end the video. And by the way, we are not done quite. I'll have more for you guys at the end of the video here. But Jalen Waddle over about 61.5 receiving yards. And Isaiah Pacheco over about 57.5 rushing yards. So I like those spots a lot here over on Sleeper. Again, you guys can join with the link down in my description below. Promo code DOMG can help you guys out, get you that first time deposit match up to $100. But we are not done quite yet. Let's take a look at the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You guys can check out this player prop research tool with the link down in my description below with a 7-day free trial of this tool. They have this tool for prize picks, underdog, parlay play, flip, sleeper, and all you have to do to find the best expected value player props for that site is click the refresh button. When you press the refresh button, it pulls up the best expected value player props for that player prop site. So this is what they're liking the most right now on prize picks. You also filter it down to 2-pick flex or a 3-pick or 5-pick flex, 6-pick flex. I meant 2-pick power, by the way. You guys can just filter it down, find some good value player props that that has best expected value based on sportsbooks odds and other player prop sites, things like that. So like I said, though, 7-day free trial with the link down in my description below. This is a fantasy bundle, by the way. That's only one of 3 tools that I talked about. There are 2 other tools included, not just this one. There's also a DFS middling tool and a fantasy score projection tool as well that you guys can get all wrapped into one here. If you end up getting the tool at the end and purchasing it, it does help the channel a ton if you do so. Otherwise, it's a 7-day free trial. If you don't like the tool, just cancel any time, man. So if you guys want to check those out, now is one of the best times to do so. And I think that's pretty much going to do it. Join the Dub Club if you're not already. Go give me a follow on Twitter and just subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. I forgot to clarify this a little bit earlier, but this is not a specific entry for me. These 2 players are matched up with other players that I had for Thursday Night Football, I believe, and their pairs won. So I'm just waiting on these guys to cash in order to cash on my other entries. So I personally have not paired these guys together, if that makes sense. But these are 2 player props that I'm liking for the Sunday slate so far. So thought I'd kind of point that out there. I like Jalen Waddle for probably about a unit. I think a Pacheco at about 0.75 units, I think, is what I have him at. So, but Waddle here, I think actually isn't even a unit for me yet because I had to pair him with a taco on prize picks. But still, regardless, that's what I'm liking for this slate. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. And thank you guys for watching. Best of luck.